mid-range smartphones nowadays pack features normally found in high-end devices like premium designs, 18:9 displays, and large RAM. Two good examples are the OPPO F5 and Huawei Nova 2i. Hi everyone, this is Kim from Yugatech, and we will be checking out the OPPO F5 and Huawei Nova 2i to see which mid-range smartphone is better. The OPPO F5 was officially released in the country just recently. The device is OPPO's sleekest smartphone to date, as they went for a form factor and design language that became a standard this year. An 18:9 aspect ratio screen, narrow bezels, curved edges, and a uni-body design. It even has a nice and well-made matte finish paint job that might fool users into thinking it has a metal backplate. The Huawei Nova 2i is the company's first smartphone to have an 18:9 aspect ratio screen. This 5.9-inch smartphone comes with a 2.5D curved glass display and an all-metal uni-body design. Even for its size, it's still manageable and comfortable because of its display with an 82% screen-to-body ratio. The smartphone feels solid and premium due to its metal body and gives off that classic vibe with its matte finish. Let's look at their display first. The OPPO F5 sports a 6-inch Full HD display with a resolution of 2160 by 1080, which gives it a pixel density of 402 ppi. The Nova 2i, on the other hand, has a 5.9-inch Full HD Plus IPS display with a 2160 by 1080 resolution, which gives it a pixel density of 409 ppi. As we've said earlier, both smartphones have an 18:9 aspect ratio screen. As for screen protection, the OPPO F5 has Gorilla Glass 5, while the Nova 2i's protection was not specified. Users who are inclined in watching videos will find that both smartphones offer a good viewing experience. For their memory and internal storage, the F5 and Nova 2i both carry 4 GB of RAM. However, the former only has 32 GB of internal storage, while the latter has 64. The advantage of F5, despite its smaller internal storage, is its dedicated micro SD card slot, which the Nova 2i doesn't have since it uses a hybrid SIM setup. Moving on, let's check out their performance. The F5 carries a MediaTek Helio P23 chipset with the Mali G71 GPU. The Nova 2i, on the other hand, has a high silicon Kirin 659 chipset with the Mali T830 GPU. Here are the benchmark results for both smartphones. Looking at their Antutu benchmarks, the F5 got a slightly higher score than the Nova 2i. While not far apart on their numbers, OPPO's device has the advantage here. As for gaming performance, the F5 edges out the Nova 2i due to its more powerful GPU. One of the main features of the F5 is its camera. It has 16-megapixel rear shooter and a 20-megapixel front shooter for selfies. Its cameras are packed with features like HDR, time-lapse, panorama, expert with Ultra HD mode, 2x digital zoom, filters, watermark, and beauty. The front camera has exclusive features called depth effect and screen flash. OPPO equipped the F5 with a new technology called AI beautification. Instead of your standard face recognition, the device front camera can recognize more than 200 points in a user's face, including the eyes, cheeks, nose, and lips to identify which parts needs enhancing. OPPO then uses its database of facial features to make the necessary adjustments for a more natural result. The Nova 2i, on the other hand, has a quad camera setup, which means it has dual rear and front cameras. Its rear camera contains a 16-megapixel shooter and additional 2-megapixel for depth of field. For the front, it is equipped with a 13-megapixel sensor and another 2-megapixel, one for bokeh effects. Both rear and front cameras are accompanied by LED flashes. The rear camera of the Nova 2i can shoot up to 16:9 or 18:9 aspect ratios. Raw photos can be taken under smartphone's Pro mode. Now for their battery performance, the F5 has a 3200 mAh battery, while the Nova 2i has a 3340 mAh. We tested both smartphones using PCMark's battery test. The former lasted for 13 hours and 8 minutes, while the latter only lasted for 8 hours and 46 minutes. Battery life can be attributed in multiple factors such as the display, chipset, battery capacity, and operating system. Both displays are almost identical and their battery capacities are not that far, which means that the architecture of the F5's chipset is more optimized and power efficient than of the Nova 2i. The F5 runs on Android 7.1.1 Nougat with OPPO's ColorOS 3.2, while the Nova 2i runs on Android 7.0 Nougat with Huawei's EMUI 5.1. Their only significant difference is in the OS mods that they use. Let's summarize our comparison. The F5 has Gorilla Glass screen protection, a better performing CPU and GPU, a dedicated microSD card slot, a higher front camera resolution, AI beautification technology, Face ID recognition, gyroscope sensors, which is good for VR games and other navigation purposes, and a longer lasting battery life. The Nova 2i, on the other hand, has a larger internal storage and a quad camera setup. We do have to mention that the device has 4G voice over LTE, which provides user with better call quality. The OPPO F5 is priced at 15,990 pesos, while the Huawei Nova 2i is priced at 14,990. Given our comparison, which smartphone would you prefer? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content. This is Kim, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!